Day 7. Well, I've been reading comments from the first video, the pre 30-day video, and the first video, and it's been an interesting combination of responses. But day 7, it's July 7, guys. So these containers are timeless. So if ever in the future somebody comes across, we're still so glad that you're here, and we're still so glad that you have taken that step to go through that transformation for yourself. And for everyone else who's joining in real time, it's July 7/7/7, and we are definitely riding the momentum of the number 7, which is straddling quantum reality and the physical reality. How do I say this? Next time I'll try to put it into more digestible words, but I think for me it's setting the intention and then recognizing how it's showing up in my reality. Say, for example, this space. I know it's only the 7th day, and I've mentioned this in the previous videos, that I am actually intentionally saying this out loud, that I am noticing that it's only the 7th day. But for me, because of the intention that I set when I opened this account, I'm changing. And my heart is open to the change. My heart is open to service. Number one, I think that's where it all started, when I set the intention that I'm showing up for this space in service of everyone who needs it. Everyone, let me be specific though, everyone who needs it, who is aligned to the intention of the space, which is recognizing that you are loved, and you have infinite potential to realize whatever desire you want in your life. Yeah. Wilfred. Yes, and because of that, I can't, you know what? I'm not even going to try to explain, because I can't. Maybe with more reflection, journaling, or I don't know, I'm able to articulate it. But one thing I know is I am changing. And I hope for everyone else who's curious and going through the process, that you are noticing as well, that soon as you recognize, soon as you acknowledge that even before you noticed in this reality that you were changing, or life was just shifting for you, that knowing that you've already called it in even before you knew it. I hope that makes sense. That was 4 full minutes of just yes, but for day 7, and I try to reflect on how to show up for the specific day. And for day 7, and I don't like pre-plan anything. It's more of, I check in with myself the day prior and think, okay, how do we want to show up today? And mind you, I am doing that for myself as well. I created this space for me to be able to go through this process and have accountability to a sense, to a certain extent, have accountability, and then what I realized about other things in my life is when I am doing something in service, things just happen exponentially. So it's like when you set yourself aside, I think you just become an instrument of good. And I am, yes. Yes. Okay. I wanted to mention on this day though that somebody, a beautiful, beautiful soul, shared her story on the day one video, and I just wanted to take a moment today to hold space for her. If you're watching, thank you for sharing your story. And I know, and it's happening in real time. Guys, she's going through it right now. And I just wanted to acknowledge the bravery, the courage, the trust, the surrender. It's not easy, but I want you to know that I've thought about you, and I've sent intentions, and I hope the reason why I'm stopping is because I know that words can't even really provide that comfort. So I hope just you knowing that this space is here and that we're here, I hope that gives you relief and comfort and courage. One day at a time, okay? One day at a time. I know it's really hard, but that free fall that you mentioned in your comment, that is the space where the rearranging of your life is happening. And the bounds of what's familiar or what you can trust will be out of reach because you are expanding simply by surrendering to what the universe has in store for you. In the 3D reality, it is not easy because, like you said in the comments, and for people who are, curious, you can check day one video. The comment is there. It's not easy when you're living with the person, someone that you care about as well. So one day at a time. There's no roadmap for this, but just the inner knowing that you're going to be okay, and every day that you treat it with kindness and patience and trust, and allow the tears and the pain and the grief. And it's hard. That's the thing. It's hard. It's dark. Even the space changes. What once held, memories of laughter and joy just shifts. And for good reason. It's aligning to what's happening. It's providing a reflection of what's going on. But the awareness that it's hard, it sucks, it's painful, it's chaotic, it's messy, it's all of the things. What I was about to say was, all the other things, but it's yours. It's your experience. It's the journey. For you to, I don't know, why is the chair shaking? Sorry, I got distracted. Anyway, the chair is shaking. Yeah, my mind is just going back to my own personal experience of something similar, and it was heavy. Like, I also saw my partner at that time lose weight. It manifests itself wherever. The grief, the pain, the loss, the anticipatory grief, because you haven't even separated yet, like physically moved to a different location, but you're already experiencing the grief. So I just want you to know that we're here, plural, because I trust that this community, this little corner of the internet, are people who know, and we're here. We're holding space for each other. I did have notes for today, and it's about 7 small things you can do for yourself today, either today or tomorrow. That really helps me. Like, I would ask myself in the morning, what is just one small thing you can do today that will bring a smile to your face? Even if it's like, there was a point I got excited about, like, walking bare feet on the grass in the garden where I used to stay. And I was like, I get to walk outside and take my shoes off and get a little bit of sun, So those kinds of things, just little things that that you are showing up for yourself and being intentional about creating pockets of joy. Okay, check the time, 12:40. So I wrote, number 1, grab a piece of paper, a journal, whatever, like just make it spacious, and then write down what you want. Like, what do you really want? What do you really want? I noticed with me, I think what was happening before, and I'm actually going to sit down and do this for myself as well because of this process, the reason why I'm doing the 30-day in the first place. I'm going to write down. But what I noticed before is I was still downplaying what I really wanted. And it doesn't matter if the face that shows up in those images for you is the face of that person that you care about, or the person that you've recently had a heartbreak about. It's fine. They're just like kind of just borrow their face. Like, I don't know if you notice this in dreams. Sometimes you would say, oh, I dreamt about this person, but I have a feeling that it wasn't him. Like, it was just it was his face, it was her face, whoever. But kind of the expression or the essence wasn't him. So for me, when I am asking myself these things about what I want, I just let it be. I like if the face of that person is who's showing up, I let it be. I follow kind of the story, the imagery, the narrative, the scene, how it's making me feel, and I write it down. I just really want to see. I just want to see what my heart's desire is at that moment. Let's be specific, at that moment, because it does change. It does evolve. But in this moment, when you're sitting down and writing it, give yourself permission to hear what is there inside of you. Give yourself permission to witness, really, to see, have a conversation with yourself. Unapologetically, what is it? I don't want to preempt, but what usually happens is you do recognize what are your kind of, what are the truest, deepest desires of your life, and then what are kind of just the accessories because of your current circumstances. Like for me at that time, I lived in Denver. Maybe I shouldn't have gone into specifics. Maybe I'll cut that part. Anyway, so the imagery was about the city, you know, going to the park. Colorado, I fell in love with Colorado because even if it's cold, it's sunny. It's sunny. Oh, anyway, so those were the scenes for me. Like the scenes that brought me joy, the imagery was that I was at the park on a sunny day, just playing ball, or what is that? Like cornhole with some friends, a picnic, kind of like that air of confidence and love and radiance. The entire opposite of what I was actually going through at that time. And then like this comfort and relief that like, oh, my significant other is just kind of at the food truck getting food, and then you feel somebody kissing, you know, the back of your neck, and it's him, and then it makes you smile. So it's like that perfect day. It wasn't what was going on that time, but I just wanted to see like, okay, what do you want? What is it? What is it that you want? No rules. It's not, there's no specific outcome for this, but for you to be able to sit and witness and listen. And there is something there with the radical honesty of just being able to appreciate you listening to yourself, be so unapologetic of what it is at that very moment that you want. I'm not even going to add the word that you think you want. It's 17 minutes already and we're just on number 1. Number 2, cook yourself a meal. There's something about knowing that you're taking care of yourself. So cook yourself. It might be even as simple as eggs, or preparing yourself like a oatmeal chia bowl. But being so present and in devotion to knowing that whatever you're preparing is nourishing you. It's an act of devotion for you. Even in those 5 to 15 minutes that you're preparing it, allow yourself to acknowledge the longing, the grief, the yearning, the void, the emptiness. Acknowledge it, but at the same time, also give yourself credit that you're at the kitchen preparing yourself a nourishing meal. Number 3, write a letter. Write a letter. Oh, something magical happened for me when I did this for that specific experience. And that was confirmation for me, that was confirmation for me. My angels are like, what? I guess? What do you mean, I guess? So there are different versions of writing a letter. It could be writing a letter to yourself, which I do regularly. I write myself a letter in different tenses. I play around with it depending. Like sometimes I would write from this version talking to my future self, or I would do it vice versa as well. Like my future self, what would be the letter that she would be writing me in this moment? All those things. It's fun. But this particular moment, this particular time, I was writing a kind of like a letting go letter to this person. And I walked, it was like the dead of winter, and I would walk to the clubhouse to, get my steps in first. have a bit, like my huge backpack, because I went back to school. I had my huge backpack for my online classes. I had my gym clothes, everything. And then for this particular day, I thought, you know what, let's write a letting go letter. So I wrote down, even before I went to the gym, I was like, dear, okay, this is the name. Okay, dear Harley. Okay, let's just use the word Harley. Dear Harley, blah, blah, blah. Like, I have been thinking about you a lot. I hope you're doing well. Everything. I was just writing it down as if, as if I was, anyway. And then I said, take care, thinking about you. Well, maybe I'll see you soon, or something, just goodbye or something. It's not really about, goodbye, but just allowing myself to let go of control and the outcome. Then signed it with my name, folded the letter, reread it first and folded it. And I was actually on the phone with my friend on the Bluetooth, because I had asked him to keep me company and help me write this letter, just as a kind of like to anchor me with someone there present while I was writing. Like on day one, I told you it would be really ideal if you had a support system. So yeah, one of my support systems, my friend, was on the phone with me doing that. We reread it. I reread it out loud. There were tears. The video, like, he was on the phone with me. Like, thank you. I feel good about this. Sent a little prayer, and then I excused myself to go to the washroom, did my deed. I was washing my hands. I looked over, and there was this woman there, and I liked her thermals, like the sweater she was, it's like this thin thermals or sweater, whatever. And I told her about it, like, hey, I really like your sweater or that thermals, where'd you get it? And we started talking about winter, and it's my kind of second time in a place, because I've usually been in California, so it's my second time in a place where it's really like snowing and all that jazz. And she said, winter is really fun when you have a community that does winter sports. You should come along. We're doing snowboarding, blah blah blah. There's actually a meetup over the weekend. Come join us. Here's my number. By the way, my name is Harley. And you could hear my friend. He's still online. He's still on my Bluetooth. He's like, I even brought her to because I left my phone on the table. I brought her to the phone, and I'm like, can I introduce you to my friend? And then my friend's on the other line on the phone. He's like, hi. And I was like, nice to meet you. Okay, I'll text you. We eventually met up. She became a really good friend of mine. We're still friends right now. It's amazing. We would climb we would do the Manitou incline. I did it twice because of her. It's like, we just did like day trips, and it's just lake and stuff, everything. So 15 minutes prior, I was writing a goodbye letter to Harley. And then soon after that, a new Harley pops up in my life. I was like, okay, I guess that's confirmation. It's like, yes, you're doing the right thing, my child. Let us replace, and we shall replace for that, like, for setting the intention, for advocating for your higher, higher truth, or your highest good. Let us kind of reward you and reassure you that you're on the right path. Here you go. Here's another Harley. I said goodbye to a guy named Harley, and I got a girlfriend named Harley. It's amazing. On the same freaking day. Not even like, no lag, like 15-30 minutes apart. Anyways, okay, that's number 3. It's 24 minutes. Maybe I'll just go through the list. Like, number 5 is daydream. Just let yourself kind of allow those pockets of time where you daydream about your ideal situation. It's kind of tied up to number 1. Number 6 is, number 5 is, I wrote here, send Judy love. So Judy, I think, Judy is the one who commented and shared her story on the first video, day 1. So I wanted to invite the community to kind of just say hi, Judy. We're here. We're here for you. The space is here for you. So you guys can check that off your list if you did that. If you dropped your little bubble of intention here in the space for Judy, you can check that off your list. And thank you for doing that. Number 6 is one of the things that really got me through that time was listening/reading the Happiness Trap. It's by Russell Harris. It's acceptance commitment therapy, but the way he walked me through that process in the audiobook while I was reading it. Please, if this is the second time that it piqued your curiosity, maybe it's time for you to check it out. It's on Audible. His voice and his cadence reading his book is, I think that's one of the main things as well that really helped me go through that process. And then number 7 is cup your face. 26 minutes is cup your face. Like, cup, what do you mean cup? Like, cup. Cup your face. Like in those moments when you just need to hold yourself. I mean, you can hold yourself like this too. Like that. Or like this. Like hold the back of your head and like that. But for me, cupping my face makes me feel like I'm talking to my younger self. You know, when you're like a cutie. Is it okay, guys, if I address you guys as cuties? Because for me, it like melts my heart. It reminds me, if I were to be talking to my younger self, like, cutie, hi cutie, with our chubby cheeks and we were still young and our doe-eyed innocence. So every time I kind of feel a little bit wobbly or lost, I check back in with myself and I cup my face. I say, hey cutie, you're okay, you're good. So yeah, those little acts of love and kindness, dare I say, little acts of rebellion as well, because society nowadays has kind of like this very rigid construct of what things should look like. And we're here, and we're over here, trusting the process. You're over there, listening to, hopefully now I'm not an absolute stranger to you. Yes, we are kind of doubling down. Not doubling down. We are really accommodating, the concept of parasocial dynamics. But if it helps, then that is the signs of our times, that we are amplifying or harnessing energy in the digital space for our higher good, for our, best interest. And if it serves you, then by all means, the container and the space is here. If anything, let's just really cultivate and amplify and nurture the intentions of this space, which is for the highest good, for the remembering that you are love and you are loved, and that your hopeful desires and intentions about joy and peace and abundance and freedom and play and fun is right there for you. It is right there for you. And trust that you are already stepping inside that reality. 30 minutes. It's a long video today, guys, but thank you if you reached this point. I'm glad you're here, and let's see each other again tomorrow for day 8. Bye.